Hey there everybody, this package just arrived from Amazon today. Let's get it open and see what's in there. What's that? Box looks like it's a little bit damaged. It says it is Eafengrow, EF128. It's hard to get anything to focus. There we go. Still sealed shut, other than some box damage here. Let me get that cut open. All right. Okay, there it is. You get a little tiny piece of cleaning cloth. And there is the knife and the sheath. You do get a knockoff tech lock on it, which is pretty cool on the sheath. But let's get the knife out of here real quick. That took 2 hands. That was in there, geez. It's all wrapped up. It's probably greasy, I'm not sure. All right, there it is. Got a little oil on the blade. EF for Eafengrow. And over here it says EF128, and it is made of DC53 steel, which is supposed to be an improvement on D2 tool steel. This is supposedly a better knife steel, so we'll see. Okay, you're looking at just about 6 inches on the cutting edge of that blade. And the knife itself is just past 11.5 inches, almost 11 3/4, so 11 5/8. The handle of this knife is a good 5 inches, and it goes out to about 5 1/4 with that exposed pommel on it right there that has the lanyard hole. You're looking at 1 3/8. And this blade is just a hair under 1/4 of an inch thick. Okay, it seems pretty straight. It has like a swedge up here on the top, but it's not sharpened on the top, which is pretty nice because it gives it like thickness behind that tip. Then it's got the swedge over here too. It is I don't want to say a high saber, it's about a mid saber grind. And it's got the little secondary sharpened edge on it, of course. It's got a little choil, more for sharpening the knife than for choking up on it. But I've just been holding it a little bit, looking it over. Wasn't even sure if I was going to pick this one up, but, you know, I'm kind of glad I did. It's got a kind of like olive drab, like army green and black. I think it's G10. It could be micarta, but it feels more like G10 to me. And what's weird is I don't usually go for a rounded spine on a knife. But this one, I don't know, it's kind of reminded me of the lion steel knives with that rounded spine. So I was like, you know what? I might pick one up because it's just something different. I like the look of it too. Plus you could strike this knife with a baton or the back of your hand without breaking your hand on it, you know, because it's smooth and round back there. It's nice and straight. Let me see where the balance point is on this. Is it there? Well, the handles are a little slick. It's right there, right at that first screw, maybe just slightly in front of it, which is pretty good. It's got a very, like, round handle. Kind of feels like a broomstick handle. Although it does have this first finger notch, which is kind of nice. It's got a little tiny bit of a belly there. Then another little curve back here near the pommel. Of course, has a curve up here for the finger guard. Just enough, probably. And of course, it does have this exposed pommel. It is Full-Tang. It's skeletonized, which I don't love, but it is Full-Tang. And the handle scales are removable. Let's see what else. I kind of like how they kind of smoothed out all these sharp edges. It's like you have the sharp edges, which you would think would be not so great, but they seem like they did a really good job on smoothing them out. Definitely a nice looking knife. I did notice that the tang actually extends out beyond the handle scales. So like they may have done that on purpose, I don't know. And it's kind of like that up, feels like it anyways up here. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because some people will say the fit and finish isn't good. But this could be purposeful. Like that British MOD, Ministry of Defense survival knife, they recess the steel inside of it, supposedly for a better grip, so it doesn't twist in your hand as easy. And it's fine. This one here, maybe they did it for the same reason, you know, so it's less likely to turn in the hand. It definitely doesn't feel like it's got sharp edges, so I think you'll be just fine with that. I really like that Coke bottle swell in the belly of the knife there. It's more so up towards the blade and a little less down here at the back. Yeah, that meaty part of your hand right there can fit right in that groove. Yeah, it feels pretty good. I can't complain. It definitely, for what a small knife it is, it has got some weight to it. Like when you pick it up, you feel that weight. I'm not saying it's heavy, but it's just, it's present. You know you got a solid knife in the hand. And that's a like a true saber grind. That's not a hollow grind. It just goes like a V down to that edge. So that's nice. You got extra meat behind the blade edge there, which should add a lot of strength. Okay, the sheath weighs 117 grams. The knife and the sheath together weighs 507 grams. And the knife all by itself is 390 grams. The sheath by itself is 4.1 ounce. The sheath and the knife together is 1 pound, 1.1 ounce, or 1.8 ounces. And then the knife all by itself is 13.7 ounces. Okay, we'll take a quick look at the sheath and the Tech Lock, knockoff Tech Lock they got on there. It's a good one, it's decent. I mean, it does the job. This Tech Lock looks like it's made out of fiberglass reinforced polymer. Has that look and feel to it. And when you close it shut, you push this over to lock it. Now it won't just pop open if you bump it or anything. Decent, it'll do the job. And this is like a pancake style Kydex sheath, just 2 layers, one on top of the other. Looks like it's exactly the same on both sides, so you could reverse the tech lock and carry it left hand or right hand. You could probably turn it up and down so that you could, this way, so you could carry it like scout carry also. And it has all these like eyelets and lashing points, so you could hook it to a backpack or a MOLLE vest, or, you figure something out. But it looks like it's real Kydex. Maybe not the world's highest end Kydex, but it looks okay. I don't see a weep. Oh yeah, there is a little weep hole poked right there to let water drain out. Usually that's not a big issue because like on a pancake or taco style sheath, water will find a way out usually. But it is nice to have a little weep hole put in there. But let's see what it sounds like when you put this knife into the sheath. Okay, it clicks in pretty good. Little tiny bit of noise. You know what? I think that noise was the tech lock, because it's not too bad at all, and it's in there. Like, you ain't getting this to just come out. I kind of wish there was a better thumb ramp to push off on, but because that's tight. Gosh, this is almost two-handed, at least mine is. Yeah, I can't get it to come out. I don't want to really push that way and cut my thumb. That sucker is in there. Literally, I have to grip the sheath with my left hand and yank out with my right hand in order to get this thing to come back out. Hopefully that will loosen up in time. It might not be all of them. It might just be mine. Very tight. But it's not bad. It'll serve its purpose. Now, let's see, what else? You want to do a paper cutting test? See if it arrives sharp at all? Let's do it. I have a sheet of printer paper here. And here is the knife. Right out of the package. I did oil the blade up a little bit. I wiped the oil off that they had on it, and then I put a little bit of my own oil, some Vaseline on there. But I haven't stropped it or anything like that, so let's see if it arrives sharp. Yeah, not bad. Like, it does leave a little bit of roughness on the edge of that cut. I don't know if that's showing up at all. Here's another sheet of printer paper. Strop this a little bit on each side. Let's see if it made any difference. The cuts look a little cleaner. Okay, here it is beside the Eafengrow EF128 on top. And this is the Eafengrow 128 on the bottom. And here it is beside the Off-Grid Knives Tracker XXL, which is very similar to the Eafengrow 148. And here it is beside the Cold Steel Recon Scout in 52-100 ball bearing steel. These are very thick. 5/16. This just barely makes a quarter. And here it is beside the Cold Steel Trailmaster in 52-100 ball bearing steel. This too is a 5/16 inch thick tank. And last but not least, here it is beside the Cold Steel Drop Forged Survivalist. The older model in bronze. This is a full 1/4 inch thick. But it's square on the back. And this is pretty much a 1/4, as close as you're going to get. Well, there you have it. I think I covered everything on this knife. We got the measurements, the weight, paper cutting, the knife going in and out of the sheath, balance of the knife, and knife comparisons with some of the other blades. I think it's a decent budget knife. This is just an unboxing, but my first impression is that you could do a lot worse. You can find these on Amazon. The Eafengrow EF128. It's more of a fighting knife, more of a tactical survival knife. Pretty neat. Maybe the closest thing I would compare it to would be like a SE5, maybe a BK2 from K-Bar. But yeah, it's all right. Just a typical saber grind, you know, like a military style knife. I think you would like it if you're into those type of knives.
This is Joe Doomsday signing out.